A Sunday drive in Chicago, unlike any other in NASCAR history. This was the first ever attempt at racing Major League stock cars through the middle of a metropolis. NBC planned the broadcast for more than 9 months and made several site visits to meet with city officials, the Parks Department, the FBI, and Homeland Security to stage what already would be a massive and unprecedented logistical feat.
NASCAR is racing in the streets of Chicago.
NBC's technical crew of 115 people worked to outfit a race course completely unlike any of the longtime and permanent speedways in NASCAR.
We are used to coming into either a oval course or a road course that is laid out, has infrastructure. When we come into a street course, we're coming into a blank slate. So we are building the entire infrastructure from the ground up. There's no camera positions, there's no fiber infrastructure, there's no cabling, there's no course.
We have to wait for them to put up the safety walls and the barriers before we can mount any of our cameras. And they didn't close down the city streets for us until a couple of days before the race.
To cover every inch of the action on the 12-turn, 2.2-mile course around Grant Park, 29 robotic cameras were installed, more than triple the number normally used on a NASCAR road course. Of the 86 total cameras, 11 were equipped with super slow motion for all of the head-on chaos and 180-mile-an-hour traffic jams, and 32 in-car cameras handled all the bumper-to-bumper mayhem firsthand. At the iconic Buckingham Fountain, an 80-foot strata crane was erected to capture the breathtaking Chicago skyline. A fixed wing plane and 2 drones helped frame some of Chicago's most famous loop landmarks as scenic backdrops.
As cars are coming over the hills, it just looked like a city race, and it was just fantastic.
But it nearly didn't happen because of a race day rainfall of 3.3 inches that shattered Chicago records. An already daunting technical task now took place in a waterlogged quagmire that made starting the race seem virtually impossible. After a 90-minute delay, the race finally started as dusk began to fall. As crowds gathered, hundreds of microphones recorded cheers of amazement after 50,000 fans had trudged through the nightmarish weather.
We wanted to show Chicago, we wanted to make sure you're watching this race, you knew you were in downtown Chicago. The race started going and the replays started happening. We weren't missing anything. We had cameras in the right places.
It was hard, it was trying. But the moment that we heard the sound of the cars on track, seeing them actually roll through Grant Park, it was one of those moments in my career where I had to stop and just take it in, because this is something that had never been done. In the 75-year history of NASCAR, their cars have never been on public streets.
He's won the very first street race in NASCAR.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.